Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to do a cartridge comparison. I'm going to compare the 300 Winchester Magnum to the 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm specifically comparing these as long-distance target rifles. So I'm going to show you the ballistics and to see which one outperforms the other. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos, I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and look at them. I know what you guys are thinking. Why on earth am I comparing the 300 Winchester Magnum to the 6.5 Creedmoor? Well, let me just share a story. A few years back, I was hanging out with some of my friends, and we just had a fun little conversation. If you could only pick one cartridge to basically hunt and for self-defense for the rest of your life, what would it be? And one of my good friends was extremely adamant about the 6.5 Creedmoor. He talked about the superior ballistics and the superior downrange performance. And he even mentioned that it would outperform a 300 Winchester Magnum. At the time, I really didn't know if what he was saying was factual at all. I didn't know much about downrange performance and didn't really know much about the 6.5 Creedmoor or even the 300 Win Mag. So this video is really an inspiration from that conversation.
Let me introduce you to the 300 Winchester Magnum. This cartridge was introduced in 1963. The parent case is the 338 Winchester Magnum. Now the case is lengthened just by a little bit with an actual shorter neck, and so it does give you a little bit more powder capacity than the 338 Winchester Magnum. And currently it is the most popular 30 caliber Magnum in North America and probably the world, and for good reason. It's a great all-around hunting cartridge, and it's also a really good long-distance shooting cartridge. Let me show you the bullet I'm going to compare to the 6.5 Creedmoor. So for the 300 Win Mag, we're going to look at the 208 grain ELD match with a BC of 0.690, so that's pretty darn high. I will show you the velocity later when I compare it to the 6.5 Creedmoor. This is the 6.5 Creedmoor. It was introduced in 2007. It is extremely popular, as you know right now. It's a great deer hunting cartridge, and it was really meant, though, for long distance shooting out to 1,000 yards. It excels at it extremely well, and we're going to look today to see if it can actually outperform the 300 Win Mag out to 1,000 yards. So the parent case for the 6.5 Creedmoor is the 30TC, which the 30TC parent case is the 308 Winchester. And so the 6.5 Creedmoor case is extremely similar to a 308 Winchester, just with an improved shoulder. For the 6.5 Creedmoor, we're going to look at the 140 grain ELD match. So we're going to use similar bullets in that they're both Hornady ELD match bullets. And then the BC, as you can see below, is 0.646. So that's really good, really high BC, and I will show you the velocities in our ballistic chart. All right, we're going to first look at the 6.5 Creedmoor downrange ballistics. So we're going to use the 140 grain ELD match bullet with a BC of 0.646 with a 24-inch barrel. You're looking at velocities of 2,750 feet per second. Energy, I'm not really looking at that right now, but I thought I'd include it just for fun, even though these aren't hunting bullets. I just want to mention that the drop is going to be in inches, windage with 10 mile per hour winds, it's going to be also in inches, and then the recoil. So let's go ahead and get into it. So with that muzzle velocity of 2750, that's a decent amount of speed. Let's just go ahead and look out to 500 yards. Your velocity is close to 2100 feet per second. Drop. When it's zeroed at 100 yards, it's going to have 51 inches of drop. Windage, you'll see it around 14 inches with a 10-mile-per-hour wind. So it's pretty good. Let's go ahead now and look past 500 yards. So let's just go straight down to 1,000 yards. 1,500 feet per second. Just for fun, look at the energy, 740. Again, these aren't hunting bullets, and we're not using this for hunting. Look at the drop, 306 inches of drop. So quite a bit of drop. That's what happens when the bullet's not going that fast. The windage, 65 inches if you're in 10-mile-per-hour winds. All right, let's see how the 300 Win Mag compares. 300 Win Mag with that same type of bullet, which is an ELD match. It has a BC of .690. It's a 208 grain bullet. We're gonna have the same wind, and that muzzle velocity is 2850. So it's about 100 feet per second faster, and it has a little bit better BC. Now I want you to look at the recoil. 25. Now if you remember, the 6.5 Creedmoor was 13. So the Creedmoor has quite a bit of advantage on recoil. Now of course you can get a muzzle brake. That will drop it down, so it's a little bit more manageable. But this is a pretty big Magnum, and it's gonna bite you a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and look out to 500 yards. It's going 2,200 feet per second. So it has about 100 feet per second advantage over the 6.5 Creedmoor. Drop, 46 inches. So it's about a 4-inch or 5-inch difference in drop. Not huge. And then the windage, there's not a huge difference at all. Not even 2 inches. About an inch, almost 2 inches. So not a huge advantage out to 500 yards. So let's go ahead and check it out to 1,000. Muzzle, that velocity out at 1,000 is 1,600, almost 1,700 feet per second. Just for fun, we're looking at the energy, almost 1,300, so it's almost double. And then let's go ahead and look at the drop. If you remember, it was over 300 inches of drop on the 6.5 Creedmoor. So you're going to get about 2.5 feet advantage with a 300 Winchester Magnum. And then 56.84 inches of deviation. So that's about a 9-inch difference. So to finally answer the question, does a 6.5 Creedmoor outperform a 300 Winchester Magnum? No.
Let me just clarify some things. The point of the video, I'm not trying to bag on my friend. I am not trying to make either of these cartridges look bad. I like both of them, and each one has a strength and some weaknesses. You know, the 6.5 Creedmoor is a lot easier to shoot than a 300 Win Mag, but the 300 Win Mag has better performance downrange. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.